Hi everyone, this is Adi.
And this is Amit.
Welcome back to our channel.
Now today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. And in today's video, we're going to talk about self-care, some of the challenges we face with mental health and in our lives as a couple, and how we get through them.
I think throughout pandemic, I a lot of times felt like something was obstructing my happiness or I was not feeling my best.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like because we were so locked up, weren't able to socially interact with people, we were all individually going through things. And then obviously as a couple, it takes a toll on your life.
It was very challenging. And I think personally, all of us needed some kind of help and support. And if you felt like that or you're feeling like that, BetterHelp might be just what you need.
And what's really nice about BetterHelp is that it's a very affordable care, very unlike the traditional offline care.
Absolutely.
It's much more affordable, and they give you financial support. So, if you're someone who's kind of like, I don't even know where to start, BetterHelp is probably for you.
And the sign-up process is very simple. They ask you some basic questions such as your age, your sex, what are you looking for, what is the problems you're going through, and they'll match you to a licensed therapist.
And one of the things about therapy in our culture, especially, right, with South Asians, more, it's like, it's such a taboo situation, right?
Nobody talks about it.
No one talks about it, and that's kind of the problem. You need to talk to someone outside of your circle sometimes. Yeah. And I think what BetterHelp is really good with is, if you feel like you're not matching with a therapist, they'll match you with a different one.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go sit in a waiting room and, feel uncomfortable being with someone new in person.
You can actually start talking within 48 hours.
Yeah. And if you can work from home, then you can do therapy from home,
Absolutely.
Right? So.
Check out the link in description. And now let's get into the video. First, we begin with some calming hibiscus tea.
Oh, I thought we were spilling the tea.
This is not that.
We have a lot of tea to spill.
This is not that kind of a video, no.
This is.
But let me ask you something to begin off. My first question to you is...
Oh, you're interviewing me?
Absolutely. My first question is that when in the last 5 years have you felt very stressed in a certain situation, and what was that?
I feel, when is the last time I haven't felt stressed in a situation? I think each of us goes through like daily stresses, like work, right? It's always stressful, right?
Well, your work is 24 hours. So.
24 hours. So, I mean, that stress doesn't really end. But I think there's been part of me that feels like something's missing. And I was never able, I'm still not able to really grasp what that is. It's not that I want to take my life for granted. I have a beautiful family. I have friends who care about me. I love my job. Things are getting back to normal. So like, there's so much to look forward to. But then there's just part of you that's like, what is that one thing that you just can't grasp that like is just
something is missing, which you don't know how to fulfill. But how do you deal with that situation? Like, what do you do? Like one thing that you do to get your mind out of that zone and look at the positive things in your life?
Well, I think it's nice that I have really great circle of people to talk to. And sometimes for me, it's just like venting about a situation that kind of gets me through it. Yeah. But also you know this about me, I need my 1 hour at least of downtime away from you, away from everyone, and away from work.
No offense taken.
Every night that just like I can like wind down with. And sometimes that means that you have to like face your problems. Like in that 1 hour, you're sort of thinking about all that. But I feel like
it's like me time.
It's me time. You need that.
And back in the day, I used to think these are all fancy terms, but once once you start growing
once
old,
you're married,
you realize these are real things. And if you do not have a close circle like that, like Amit mentioned, BetterHelp is there for you. You'll be matched to a therapist who would actually help you with whatever questions you have or whatever doubts you have or whatever you're going through.
I think what we do sometimes in social situations is, I mean, our friends are not our therapists, okay? But sometimes there's something bothering us about the other person. Yeah, so when we're in like a general setting,
so we talk in third person. We like get it in, and then everyone would look at each other because they know what exactly we're talking about. I'm complaining about him or he's complaining about me. And we are right there in the room, but we'll talk in third person and complain to
because at least you have people to diffuse the situation.
I know, exactly.
So, do you feel like a therapist would be able to get through some of the anxiety that you feel, that you have about things that are not really in your control?
Oh my God, this is like serious. I think yes. I think yes. I think that's what a therapist does basically, as far as I know.
Do you mind sharing what type of things
Yeah,
make you
yeah,
anxious?
absolutely. Like, I think my anxiety, the panic attacks I do get panic attacks. All of this stems back to my childhood, basically. Like, I think bullying was just such a big impact on me that I'm always like in defense mode about anything. And I think now, like, as soon as I know something is going even a little bit out of what I had planned for that scenario, I would start freaking out. And my freaking out is like, no amount of hibiscus tea or no amount of, what is that flower? Lavender oil can control that freaking out. I need to talk to someone. And thank God I have Amit, and I have seeked therapy previously.
So you think I relieve you of those stresses?
You listen to me, so that really helps.
I do.
And I think that's what it is. It's childhood trauma, which kind of stays with you, and you just have to figure out a way of dealing with it or navigating through it. And I think a therapist really helps with that. What do you do on daily basis for your self-care? And I'm not talking about mental health. I'm not talking about anxiety and all. Just self-care.
So you've taught me that I need to take care of myself on the outside and inside to be able to
drink
feel,
your tea.
Yes, drink. And he's gotten me to drink more water because I'm very bad at that, by the way. I also think we've been trying to take care of our bodies a little bit more, be kinder.
We're working out, and I think whenever we work out, we're in good mood.
And we're kinder to our bodies, right?
Well, I am.
I am.
You know.
Why am I not?
Because he would not, like, it is so hard to convince Amit to have a cheat meal. Like, he'll be like, no, we cannot do.
But I just ate pizza.
That's because, like, we didn't have time to cook and you just want to grab something. But, like, I would, like, if I'm craving something, I'm like, you know what? This is part of my self-care and I'm just going to have it, because if I don't, I'll keep thinking about it. He has very strong willpower. He would not have it. And he will deny himself that. And I just feel like that's not right.
But I do think this year, you and I both have gotten much better at, like, literally we started this year, right? Going to our new trainer and like a new gym, like going actually into a gym.
Yeah, it's fun.
Not like a private training
we
facility.
We look forward to it.
It's our best time together.
Best time together, yeah.
And what I really like about those, like about from January, I guess, or end of December really, till now, is we've been continuous. We've been on a consistently good path, but we've gone out, we've went to restaurants, we've eaten bad meals, we've had our fair share of cheap, situations. So it's like, I feel good. I don't feel like we're missing out on anything.
No, neither do I. I feel good too. On that note, he talks a lot, by the way.
Because you guys are my therapy right now too.
On that note, let's do a little bit of self-care. How about that? This is turmeric, wheat flour, honey, oat milk mask.
But we're wearing white.
Homemade.
And we're gonna do this, okay? We're still gonna do it.
Yeah, 100%. There you go.
There I am.
Okay, now my turn. Just come closer for a second, guys.
What's happening?
No, I'm bringing it closer so they can actually see what good you do a good job or a bad job.
Oh my god. Ooh, what kind of brush is this? It's kind of nice.
Don't drop it on my clothes.
I didn't even do this for our wedding. At first second, feels a little bit crazy.
It's because the oat milk was in fridge.
Here's the final. Nice, no?
Very nice, and smells really good and feels really cool and nice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna wait for this mask to dry, but while we wait, I think Amit has a question for me.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so let's see.
And don't ask me if I'll marry you, because I already said yes to that.
No, I'm not asking you that ever again. So how do you manage your stress with your full-time job and then your social media job, which is also pretty much full-time?
So I think, fortunately, 29 days out of a month, I am not stressed because I enjoy both. I really do. People always ask me, oh, are you going to quit one of it? That's not going to happen. I like them both. But there are these one or two days in a month where I'm super low and I go to bed like at 7 p.m. That's because I'm like super stressed about something, or I'm not feeling great about something that I posted, and the response wasn't what I wanted. I know it sounds silly, but when social media also kind of becomes your job, the expectations from it kind of increase. Like, because I put in so much effort and hard work into the content that I create, and when nobody likes it or appreciates it in the same way I thought they would, you are bound to feel low. And I think that's more of my issue of expectations and how I manage my expectations of others. So I think that's something I'm still working on. Maybe I should get therapy for that and try to see how I can like balance that out. Okay, this might be news to a few of you, and he doesn't know I'm going to ask him this. We actually talked about a different question, but I'm going to ask him this one. He's creating a new show for his company, which is going to be a touring production. And let me ask you this. You're creating a new show after 10 years.
Yes.
What is
11
years? What is one thing which is on top of your stress list, and how are you dealing with that?
So there's a lot I have done in the 9 years that my show was touring, but there's also a lot of things I've never done before. And part of that is asking for help. I know it sounds crazy, but I've been a one-man show for most of my life.
Absolutely.
Not one-man show in every way, but I mean, from conception to
Can I give them the context of this?
Yes.
The first time I went to watch Amit's show, I thought he's going to sit with me and watch because he has done everything. He was doing the lighting cues, he was doing the music, he was choreographing, he was backstage ironing everyone's costumes and making sure nothing is coming apart. He was doing the stage management. So, and the weird part which I've heard is that back in the day, he loves dancing. He used to do the light cues and then run to the stage to dance and then run back to do the light cues. Am I wrong?
No, it's
So
real.
how are you going to do things differently this time around?
So, it was just funny because you're asking me this and it has to do with today's topic. I'm really asking for help.
Okay.
So the other day, 2 days ago, I was having a bunch of phone conversations with people and I'm like, I just want to let you know that I never really asked for help, but I'm genuinely in this conversation asking for your help. And once I said that, it actually was so much easier to ask for help. So I'm getting a lot more people involved in every aspect of what I'm creating. Not because I don't want to do it or I can't do it, but because there's probably someone who can take that burden off of me and probably end up doing a much better job.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm proud of you. I'm sure that took a lot for you to be like...
So I want you
maybe we can finally go on vacations,
So, honey,
which we never go on.
When I ask you for some advice on something that I'm doing show related, I'm asking for your
But you know
help.
what he asked me, guys? Let me just tell you guys. All he does is like, listen to this Hindi song and can you translate it for me?
Okay.
What does this word mean?
Because, and you know what? A lot of times you don't even know. So how am I going to know? They don't
Google!
They don't always have
There
translations
is
for everything.
Google.
There's certain...
Google has translation for every single word in the world.
So why do I have to do all that when I can just... You're sitting right next to me with your headset on.
Well, because I'm working. My headset is on. Like, I would be in an important work call. He'd be like, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like in a work call. You get it?
What are husbands supposed to be?
I'm gonna help you. I've been helping you quite a bit. Yeah. Okay, we just cleaned our face and now we are icing. What is icing?
I started doing this.
Really?
Actually, because I realized my face gets puffy in the morning.
Yeah.
When I wake up, and I'm like, why is that happening? When I was younger, I used to put a spoon in the freezer.
Yeah, for the dogs, for the eye bags, right? Yeah. So, I think I have one very important question for Amit, and I think we both should answer this, right?
You have a lot of questions for me today.
Yeah, I do. So, we are planning for kids.
Yes.
How are you going to deal with anxiety around a baby? For example, the kid comes back from school and the teacher complains that there was some mischief and the kid was not good. How are you going to diffuse that stressful situation?
So because I see kids every single day and I teach them, and teaching is definitely a difficult job, I definitely don't think that kind of stuff stresses me out. What stresses me out and what would stress me out is if that student or my child or anyone is not understanding what I'm saying. That stresses me out more than they did something wrong or they, I think there's so many ways to communicate to kids. I think I'm okay with that.
No, absolutely, 100%. But I think for me, I think the most important thing which I want to change, especially in the South Asian community, is that whenever, like back in the day, we were growing up and we used to feel low or not well, they used to say, it's okay, it's just a phase, or just get up and start doing the work, like don't be lazy and you're fine, or these are all like excuses. And I just want to change that narrative, at least for our family, because when our kids tell us that they're feeling low, I'm sure they will go through something, because everybody does. We want to acknowledge that and say, yes, we understand.
Sure.
We've been through that. We don't want to dismiss that at all. And if they ever want help, if all of us as a family ever want help, we will consult a therapist, obviously.
So one of the things that we love to do to kind of get us through these stressful times of work and all that is get away for a day or two. Sometimes that means going to a beach and just kind of like being still, because we're very active. Some people, I feel, you could have the opposite problem where you feel you need more energy, more people around you.
Yeah.
I feel the opposite way.
We are like very busy.
Yeah.
Like we are like always like go, 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 go. So I think a beach vacation and like really relaxes and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I also think it gives us time to reconnect. I think that's necessary. Like, so last night we, you know, got in bed, ordered pizza and just watched a movie, and we don't really get to do that often. And it feels good to be able to, like, that is de-stressful. I mean, I think.
Yes, I 100% agree. We should do that more, order more pizza.
I'm always down for that.
He loves pizza. But I think that pretty much wraps up like our self-care. Like we do face masks, we take mini vacations, we talk to each other.
Adi makes me do face masks.
Yeah, basically. We play with our dog, we hang out with our family. And
we do a lot of outdoor stuff, which I think nature is one of the most, and that's why our house is full of
all
so
the
many
trees,
plants.
we love that.
Sometimes we're like in a jungle, like if you go over there.
Well, you like that.
We can't get to the bathroom unless we go through the jungle.
We have to duck through a tree to get to the bathroom.
But like, you know, it's like living, breathing things. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel, you know, safe and stuff. So.
And that was it. But please do comment below what you guys do for self-care. And if you have ever sought help from a therapist, share your experience if you feel comfortable, so others can feel that there are more people who associate with what they're going through, and make this a safe, positive community in the comment section. And please do check out the link in the description. BetterHelp might be just what you're looking for.
Absolutely. And even if you don't know what you're looking for, it's a good place to start. So check it out, and we'll see you in the next video.
But don't forget to subscribe, hit the and
do
bell
that
icon, follow us, and do follow us on Instagram.
Oh my God, we're giving them a lot to do. Comment, subscribe, like, check the link.
They know what they're dealing with, so.
A lot.
Yeah. But thank you so much. We love you guys, and we again fake promise to be regular on YouTube.
See you soon.
Bye.